The core is rotten, and I can behold the tide.
Hey everyone and welcome. As you all know, we have a issue at the moment with refugees, including dinghy dodgers and all of the rest. And a lot of us think that the refugee system is completely broken. Well, it seems that in Sweden, they've just done a survey that has shown, are we ready for this, that refugee status is something that should be looked at immediately because it's being used, and this proves, for nefarious purposes to basically pretend so that they can get into someone else's country. Now, this is a survey that was done by Novus, and they found that 9 out of 10 people born abroad have vacationed in their country of birth. A new survey from Novus shows that over 85% of people born abroad have at some point travelled back to their country of birth for a holiday. Now, I'd have no issue with that part of it whatsoever. To be honest, if you are here legally, whether you agree with the rules that allow them to be here legally is beside the point. But if they are here legally, they should be allowed to go wherever they want. But, and there is a big but on this, among those who came to Sweden as refugees, the percentage who have vacationed to their own country is 79%. So 79% of the people that say that they are refugees and are fleeing war-torn countries and countries where it would be dangerous for them, 79% of them go back to those countries to holiday. Sort of discredits all of the immigration and refugee status, doesn't it? Now, obviously, I have no issue as well with any immigration so long as it's regulated. What we've got now is not regulated. 1.1 million visas given out last year alone is a prime example of that, and that's excluding the dinghies coming across illegally, being ferried across by our lovely border taxi service force and the RNLI. But it does seem like a lot of these refugees that are coming at the moment, if this is anything to go by, are actually economic migrants like we've all suspected. Well, now there seems to be proof. Sweden have said 79% of them have been home for a holiday. The regulations for asylum seekers who have not been granted citizenship look different depending on the country. In Sweden, there are no restrictions for those who have been granted asylum when it comes to travelling back to the home country. Other countries have stricter regulations. Switzerland, for example, does not allow asylum seekers to travel back to their home country to see relatives or to go on holiday, except in very special circumstances. If this happens, the foreign-born loses the right to continue to have a residence permit in Switzerland, according to the UNHCR. So I thought we'd have a quick look at what the UNHCR is, because as far as I'm concerned, that's talking about the refoulement clause of the Geneva Convention, Article 51, which states you have a right to non-refoulement. The 1951 Geneva Convention prohibits deportation to an area where the life or freedom of the refugee will be threatened on the grounds of ethnic origin, religion, nationality, membership of a particular social group, or political opinion. This prohibition applies not only to the direct or indirect deportation to the country of origin, but also any other country in which the refugee must fear either persecution within the meaning of Article 1 and of the 1951 Geneva Convention, or deportation to such a country. Now, that screams, if you are scared to go home, you are allowed to be a refugee. But if they're all going on holiday to said countries, that should automatically remove their refugee status and therefore make them incompatible and should be sent home, in my honest opinion. Now, even in Germany, asylum seekers' holiday trips to the home country became a political issue, as holiday trips were considered incompatible with the claim that one is fleeing for one's life and seeking refuge in Germany due to danger in the home country, as I said. In a statement in 2019, German then Interior Minister Horst Seehofer warned refugees that they would be investigated and stripped of their residence permits when travelling to their homeland. He said, if someone, a Syrian refugee for example, regular vacations in Syria, he cannot honestly claim to be persecuted in Syria. Well said. Yes, that is exactly right. We would have to strip him of his refugee status. And even Angela Merkel, the person that started all of this problem with her open border policy and her open invitation to the world, criticised refugees' holiday trips to their home country and said that it could be interpreted, not is interpreted, interpreted, it should be is interpreted, as the need for protection should be reconsidered. So basically, the ones that are coming here as refugees, I'm not interested, this isn't about the ones that come here legitimately, that's for another story whether you agree with the government's use of visas to get massive numbers in. But the ones that claim refugee status should not be going back to the countries they say they're fleeing from for a holiday, especially if they're persecuted. So this is a prime example, isn't it? Let's find out exactly how many of them go back from here. It would be quite an interesting statistic, I am sure. Let me know what you think, though. I'd like to know your opinion. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, share it out. I please do need you to share it out. Stay sane. See you on the next one.